In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, good afternoon. It's a bit weird not doing a members video, having to wait around for what seems like an eternity for an intro. But yes, and it's a bit more, even more weird speaking to a few of you that are wanting to join me and talk all things double game week 27, but more importantly, predicting double game week 27. Normally what I do on a members video is I'll just quickly go through my thought processes regarding the night before's action, because there seems to be football on every single bloody day. So let's get on with it. 3 games last night, ended 1-0. It was crap. Right, move on. So on to double game week 27. Yeah, double game. Let's get real here. Double game week 26 was absolute crap. Basically, it was not enjoyable whatsoever. It was boring. It was dull. I can't think of anything that was enjoyable out of this specific game week, specifically for me. Half the time, in fact, 95% of the time, I was essentially just putting up PC Hooley rage videos about how the double game week was going. If you're a Dean Yaronia, I think you're doing all right. If you're a Kane captainer, you're doing all right. If you're captain's son, you're doing all right. If you had anybody else, you're basically in the you know what. It was rubbish, absolutely rubbish. And watching in fact, I tell a lie, I didn't watch the Everton game last night. I watched the first 20 minutes and thought, I cannot watch this tripe where essentially I'm getting no enjoyment whatsoever. So I just put on Breaking Bad. I just put on Breaking Bad because it's a lot more enjoyable than that. And then I thought to myself, well, I've just gone and watched an episode and a half of that, so I'll just put on the last 10 minutes or so of the West Brom Everton game. And what can I say? Just garbage, basically. Just Calvert-Lewin he had one opportunity that fell to his feet. He could have put it anywhere, and he decides to put it down the centre. So, absolutely useless. I mean, thankfully my name isn't Dave the FPL or Block FPL, because they triple captained Calvert-Lewin. Well, I'm almost certain Block triple captained. Please, someone in chat, correct me if I'm wrong. But I know Dave the FPL triple captained Calvert-Lewin. Dave, if you want to tell us why you did this, please do. But I think Calvert-Lewin was a differential enough to not worry about a triple captaincy. Yeah, after weeks and weeks of doing quite well at this game, brought back down to bloody reality. So, Karma baby, Klopp lost the plot last night, dragging the Prem's top goal scorer off on 60 minutes, even though he created Liverpool's two best chances. Wouldn't want any of their assets now. Jota, Karma baby. Yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome. What is I don't specifically know what Vince McMahon says. What is it? Welcome, and we're live. Rodrigo Mimoso. There we are. Nick, Mr. Reed. 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-1, maybe 3-1. Get stuffed. Cameron, Naraj, New Crowns, One Life Soccer, Carl Maybe, Denver. Desus and Salt and Saeed. I haven't seen you in these streams for a while. Matthew Zaichi, Morning Pal, Dread, Dave Lister, Callum JB. There was a lad in did you see it? There was a lad in Discord saying, in fact, let's call him out. Let's call him out. This is going to be good if he's watching this now. I'm never going to come to these streams again. I'm never going to come to them. Well, you didn't even know we streamed in the first place, so this is going to be new to you. Who is it here? Goes by biggest ever nub. Pardon me, because I haven't noticed the stream or something here, but are you a YouTuber or something like others social media on Twitter? And do I need to pay to watch you? And then Karma Baby and Ryan Seachin just essentially said what they needed to say. I think Ryan summed it up perfectly. The basic of Elite FPL are YouTube videos. Elite FPL was born on Facebook and then went onto YouTube by doing videos and streams. It's way after that they also created this Discord. How on earth do you discover Discord and not know the stream? I'm amazed by that. FPL Magicians is saying double game was really disappointing, heartbroken by Kane. Yeah, I was. There are certain things that I predict quite well, which is normally scores. When it comes to, as Vince Chapman will know, when it comes to predicting what players will do, it seems to have gone a bit south for me of late. For argument's sake, when Leicester had a double game week, I expected Vardy to get 4 attacking returns. He got 1. across this specific double game week. I expected Kane to get four attacking returns. He got one. So yeah, it has been a very, very disappointing double game week, and I'm just wondering if these double game weeks are overhyped. Are we going to be looking too much into this specific double game week where it is Manchester City and Southampton with their doubles? But we all know that anybody that did terribly this specific game week, i.e. Calvert-Lewin and Salah, Fernandes, Gundogan, they're probably going to explode this specific week. 99 points with Son triple. Oh, your triple captain Son. Well done. 14 points from him. Obviously trebled. That's an excellent return. That is very, very good indeed. And who's this? Anil saying, if you've got Areola, play him. We are beep, 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 beep. Yeah, Brian saying, biggest double game week in history. Diaz only my only goal scorer. Really? Your only goal scorer in your team, Brian, was Diaz. Oh God! Wait a minute, you captain's Son. God, you captain's Son, for crying out loud. You got your 14 points. It's a good return. It's a very good return. But yeah. I'm doing an Andy now. Talk, Steve-O. I will talk. Let's get on with the predictions. Is Bilal here? Is Bilal the leader? The leader of the score predictor game? Is he here at the moment? We're going to wait here until Bilal comes along, and then I can copy all his results. I'm catching you, Bilal. I'm catching it. It's just the how many points am I off you now? My maths is going to come into play here. I am 83 points off you, Bilal. And then it's 54 points off Lino in second. 52 points off Paulie. Paulie doing amazingly. Maestro doing exceptionally well as well. These guys, all regular listeners of the show. Maestro and Paulie especially, always here when we're live. Firetog and me are having a bit of a battle, along with someone called RM05SLB. Venky's out, is there. Ray Joyce down to 10th. I'm up to 6th. And as JC said on Twitter, I got the highest game week score. I think I've been getting it on a regular basis, highest game week score. I know for a fact that Lino messaged me to say, well done for getting the highest game week score. He's done that on a couple of occasions. So there's been a few occasions where, yes, I've got the highest score this specific game week. This specific game week I got 83 points. So very, very happy indeed with that. Did the minus 20 pay off for Jason? Yes, it did. It all paid off, but I don't know if it paid off from a ranking point of view. I can easily check now on Jason's team, which is there, and he had an overall rank. Yes, rise, thanks to Dina. So he's now 100 and whatever that says. 100,000th up on screen. So Jason it all paid off in the end. So it is, if you bring in the right players, obviously. There's one for the bingo, Karma Baby. Karma Baby's playing Steve-O Bingo. I'm pretty sure I've already said one. One of them being I pride myself on my predictions, but the other one would be obviously. I'm Ricky Gervais, obviously. So yeah, Jason's officially up to 105,000th, thanks to that minus 20. And yeah, you know, there was the likes of Rudiger, Dina that came through. You know, it's the differentials that really came through for Jace. The big hitters like Sterling, who we got rid of. Sterling, Son, Gundogan, Calvert-Lewin, Vardy, Fernandes, Pereira, I mean, that Pereira differential, unfortunately for Jace, didn't pay off at all. The Vardy captaincy, absolute, well, complete fail there. But, you know, specifically, good karma. Very, very good. Hiya, Fozzie. Hope you enjoyed my Andy Martin, I'm sure you did, Andy Martin tweet that I put out. And the black box one. Just ridiculous when I saw that. I saw the three of them together. And I just thought, this is just too good to be true when Luke was on there. And I thought, yeah, got to do the old XFM joke there. But shall we let's get on with the score predictions, shall we? Shall we get on with the score predictions? Let's see what all of us are all thinking regarding double game week 27. Is it all worth investing in? You know, Alex, I wonder if anybody will understand this reference. Alex, no one is going to get that reference. No one. He's saying, this is my first season playing out fantasy football. I'm at 1.2 million overall. I've not done very well. I wouldn't be worried about I wouldn't be worried about that. I wouldn't be worried about that whatsoever. As Rodrigo is an impatient member, he's screaming, let's start the predictions. Yes, let's get on with it. Fozzie's already jumped in with a score prediction of 2-0 for Arsenal. Well, yeah, we kick off tomorrow lunchtime. Very unusual for a lunchtime kickoff for Burnley. It's very rare for a Burnley lunchtime kickoff. So it's a bit different for me. It's unusual because normally it's either a Saturday at 3 o'clock or what seems to be a Monday or a Thursday. So yeah, a lunchtime kickoff up at Turf Moor. Burnley coming off the back of an impressive performance. I mean, as I said in a members video, if we had some shooting boots, if we had some passing boots, we might do all right. But the problem is we have neither. We scored a fantastic goal through Vidra, but we couldn't punish Leicester for their defensive mistakes. And, you know, this is a Leicester team which are absolutely knackered at the moment. They have got quality in their side, but at the moment they're either injured or they're just a bit tired. Although Tielemans is looking really, really good at the moment, I must say. Tielemans is looking sublime. He could be a Harvey Barnes replacement. But yeah, let's get real here. We got a good result against Leicester. It was very impressive. And I think that having Chris Wood back brought back some enthusiasm to our team and whatnot. Arsenal, on the other hand, they had and I can't even remember what their result was. Let's have a quick look. 3-1, that's right. They beat Leicester 3-1, that's right. They're doing all right of late. Arsenal are doing all right of late. All right? Anybody know what that impression is? You'll never know. It's actually someone from work. All right? All right, Steve-O? How's it going, mate? All right? Yeah, Arsenal have actually been doing decent of late. Let's just quickly see their last few fixtures. 3-1 versus Leicester. They beat Benfica 3-2. They lost 1-0. But they did put in a very good performance against Man City. Drew 1-1 with Benfica. Beat Leeds 4-2. But lost 1-0 to Aston Villa. That's the last 6 fixtures. They're up against the Burnley team who... They do leak chances. There are going to be chances created for Arsenal, and they've got the quality in front of goal to be able to punish us. And that's why people like Fozzie have predicted 2-0, and that's exactly what I'm going with. Here we go, Mr. Reed. It's going to be a tight game, but I'm expecting someone like Aubameyang, Aubameyang to do very well in this fixture, and I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Arsenal. But it is going to be very, very tight indeed. What are you peeps saying? Rodrigo's going 1-0 Arsenal. I do like that. Niraj 1-0. Denver 2-0. Brian Tavares 3-0 Arsenal with a Saka brace. That is not happening, Brian whatsoever. If you would replace the word Saka with Aubameyang, you'd be all right. Flaming hell, Mr. Anderson's here. 1-0 to Arsenal. Excuse me. Arsenal. JC, we were just talking about you a second ago. Hello, pal. One Life Soccer's thinking we're going to score against Arsenal. Score against a team which are pretty solid defensively. I don't see it myself. I know Chris Wood. I know Chris Wood did very well for us when he came on against Leicester, but I don't think we're going to have the quality to get through to penetrate the Arsenal defence here. And I'm expecting a very tight game here. And like I say, I think 2-0. Very good, Fozzie. Me 2-0. Steve-O 2-0. You know. Andy. Oh no, it was Luke actually. 2-1, sometimes 2-0. So different scores, different needs. Yeah. Thomas W is also saying 2-1 to Arsenal. Oh God, it's the 3 o'clock nightmare game. The game in which the TV decides to put on one of the worst matches of the weekend. Specifically in this case, Sheffield United versus Southampton. Sheffield United off the back of a fantastic result against Aston Villa, 1-0. I'm surprised Sheffield United even scored in that particular game. Specifically as, there we are, Karma Baby. Specifically as Aston Villa are so good defensively. I didn't see the highlights whatsoever, but that means absolute FA to me. Southampton, on the other hand, they are at rock bottom at the moment. They are doing terribly. Let's just quickly look at how they've been doing over the last 6 fixtures. It is quite simply this: loss, draw, loss, won in the FA Cup, and then lost in the Premier League to Newcastle. So they lost to Everton 1-0, Leeds 3-0. They did draw against Chelsea 1-1. They lost to Wolves 2-1. They beat them in the FA Cup 2-0, and they lost to Newcastle 3-2. So it looks like it could be goals here. But this is Sheffield United we're talking about, and I'm expecting these two to cancel each other out. 0-0 possibly. However, I do think that with the players that Southampton have got from an attacking threat, I think they're gonna do okay here, despite what I said. And I'm gonna go with a victory. I'll probably put it down as a 1-0 to Southampton. What are you guys thinking, particularly in this game? Fozzie's going 1-1. Dissus is saying 1-0 Southampton. Yes, agreeing with me. I think so, yeah. Rodrigo 2-0 Southampton. Sultan say 1-1. Matthew Zaishi 1-1. Ramanathan 1-1. There's a bit of a pattern going on here. 1-1, 2-0, 1-1, 2-0, 1-1, 2-0. Daniel Amari is saying 1-0 to Sheffield United. Jason's going 1-1. Mesut Ozil's going 1-0. It looks like the general consensus is a lot of people are thinking this is going to be a very low-scoring game indeed, and I can agree more on that opinion there. Talking of low-scoring games, Aston Villa versus Wolves. Aston Villa. I wonder if Grealish will be back. I don't know. I haven't read anything to do with team news as of yet. You say that, Steve, as if you do read about the team news, because I don't. I don't read anything other than what Ben Dinnery tweets about. But Aston Villa up against Wolves. Wolves, the team, as I always say, struggle to score goals. Aston Villa, on the other hand, struggle to score goals. But both teams are pretty solid defensively. That's why I think I'm going to go with a boring 0-0. However, I do think that of the two teams, I think Wolves have got more chance of scoring in this particular fixture. And I think in the score predictor game, I think I might put 1-0 Wolves. It's going to be so tight. It's going to be so tight in this fixture. Not easy at all. Karma Baby clarifying. Dean Smith said today he's not ready but back training on his own. Matthew Zaishi 2-1 to Villa. Newcastle 2-0 Aston Villa. Karma Baby is an Aston Villa fan saying 2-1 Villa. Ryan Tavares 1-0 Wolves. Ramanathan and Niraj saying 1-0 to Villa. Dread FPL is going 1-0 to Aston Villa. They do struggle at home, Aston Villa. from what I understand, they do struggle at home. Let's just quickly see Aston Villa of late at home. Yeah, they lost 3-1 to West Ham. They beat Arsenal just 1-0. They lost at home to Leicester 2-1. Away from home, slightly different story. 0-0 away against Brighton. Brighton, the defensive giants, and then 1-0 against Leeds. Albeit they lost last night 1-0. Oh, the day before, whatever day it was, 1-0 to Sheffield United. But there are factors taken into place here, and yeah, I'm thinking Wolves might nick this karma, baby. I say sorry, I'm not sorry, I couldn't care less. So yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be a bit of a boring game. So yeah, 1-0 to Wolves. So what's that? 2-0 Arsenal, 1-0 Southampton, 1-0 Leeds, Wolves, Brighton Leicester. Harbour Boy here. Harbour Boy. Karma baby. Wolves haven't won at Villa Park since 1984. Have they ever been in the same division since 1984? Brighton v Leicester. Brighton v Leicester. My goodness, can Brighton's luck get any worse? The answer is yes. They're up against Leicester, a team that do like to attack. And I'm expecting Brighton to... Tell you what, this game is horrible to predict. This game is horrendous to pick, to be honest with you. I'd certainly be going in favour of Leicester. Niraj 1-0 Leicester, Mr. Anderson 0-0, Ramanathan 0-0, Nuclear Atoms 1-1, Dread FPL 0-0, Daniel Amara 1-0 Leicester, Rodrigo 2-1 Leicester, Matthew Zaishi 2-1 Leicester, One Life Soccer 1-1. Yeah, I don't know, Leicester weren't that bad against us. The first half they were a bit toothless, and I think that if we could put the sword to them, then I think that maybe their heads would have gone down. But I think they could see that there was an opportunity to score a goal, and two very solid defensive teams here. Can't believe I'm saying this. I think maybe it could be another 1-0 to Leicester. I think I'm going to go 1-0 Leicester. I think, yeah. Denver's saying a draw all day. I'm going to go 1-0 Leicester. Just. If it ended 1-1, would not surprise me. But yeah, I'm going to go 1-0 to Leicester. So that's 3 1-0s in a row, just like last night. It ain't going to be happening again. And for the away team as well. West Brom Newcastle. God almighty. The 12 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. What is going on here? What are we thinking on this particular fixture? Because I will be fascinated to see what this match brings up, because West Brom looked awful against Everton last night. There's nothing about them whatsoever. They didn't particularly look great against Brighton either. Newcastle, on the other hand, they got all these problems on the world. Steve Bruce fighting with his players. Players injured. JC is saying it's either going to be 0-0 or 3-3. Neither team can score. One Life Soccer 2-2. Neither team can score. These 2-2s, 3-1s, 2s. I think it's going to be another one. I think it's going to be Brian Tavera saying 2-0 West Brom. You know what, mate? I like that. I'm thinking the same thing here. I'm thinking West Brom are going to take it to Newcastle. I'm going to go 2-0. Matt D is going 1-0 to Newcastle. 1-0 to Newcastle. Nuclear Atoms 1-0 West Brom. Karma Baby 1-1. Abra Ramzan saying 1-1. Yeah, I'm going to say 2-0 to West Brom, despite my thoughts on them. I think that they're going to take it to Newcastle, and you can just see Sam Allardyce chewing his gum frantically and just basically sticking his middle finger up to the Newcastle fans. Here we go. Liverpool versus Fulham. Let's get real here. This is the single game week fixture in which a lot of people would have been captaining Salah. That's what I believe would have happened. I think that a lot of people would have been captaining Salah if it wasn't for this double game week. They're up against Fulham, a team which of the last few weeks have improved tremendously. Tremendously? That's a word I rarely use. You know, they got a goal disallowed due to VAR last night. Let's just quickly look at their last few fixtures. We've got a pattern. Draw 1, draw 1, draw, loss. 0-0, 2-0, 1-1, 1-0, 0-0, 1-0. They're putting up a good fight, but I think Liverpool are smelling blood, specifically Salah. Salah is smelling blood. A few days later, they are in the Champions League against RB Leipzig. Liverpool, as it stands right now, if I just quickly look at the Premier League table, they are in the SHIT. 4 points off Chelsea in 4th. They are, Jesus Christ, 22 points off Manchester City. Good God. Wow. They're, what is that, 8 points behind Man United? 8 points or so behind Man United. They need to win here, and despite Fulham's recent recent record of late putting up good fights, Liverpool have got to do something here, and I think they will. I think that the name that people will be coming out of this game week will be Jota. I think that people are going to be screaming Jota's name after he scores a brace. That's right, a brace in a 3-0 win. Woohoo! Yep. I think that yes, Liverpool are going to get a storming 3-0 win here, and are going to be sticking a middle finger up to all the people that have been doubting them. Chiang saying a Jota hat-trick. Well, I said 2 goals. Nahal is saying 1-0 Fulham. And he's a Liverpool supporter. Calm yourself down. Calm yourself down. Brian Tavares is thinking Barnes to Jota then. I think it's worth a punt. I think it's certainly worth a punt here. I don't think that is a problem whatsoever. Gareth Donnelly saying 1-1. Dread as a Liverpool fan is saying 0-0. Dissus is saying 2-0 Liverpool. Ramanathan 1-0. Denver saying 2-1 to Fulham. Daniel 1-0 Fulham. Niraj 1-0 Fulham. Liverpool. Rodrigo 2-1. Luke Adams is saying 2-1 Liverpool. Jota is back. Yeah, I think, and you know what? I think you know what? Get on Jota as a punt. Brian Tavares, get on it, do it. Well, here we go on to the second double game week fixture. Obviously, the first one being Sheffield United versus Southampton. Is anybody actually going to be bringing in a Southampton asset? You just know that Danny Ings is going to score in both games after everybody's got him gone. Man City versus Man United. This is one of possibly the hardest game to call. And I've just realised that of all my predictions so far, there hasn't been a game in which I've predicted both teams to score. When both teams score, it's goals galore. So I said Arsenal 2-0. Southampton 1-0. Wolves 1-0. Leicester 1-0. West Brom 1-0. Sorry, 2-0 West Brom. Liverpool 3-0. Here we go again with another. Luke said it on Black Box last night that he's thinking that now everybody's selling Fernandes, he's going to score in this game. It really wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't surprise me. But I'm expecting Man City to come through this. Comma Baby saying Man United are playing for 0-0 draws every week. They won't score against City unless it's a dodgy pen for Bruno. Yeah, well, he should have had a penalty the other day. He should have. Nuke Rounds 1-0 Man City. Big games are easier to predict now. Rodrigo 2-0 City. Ramanathan 2-1 Sultan side 1-0 Man City. JC 4-1 City. Matthew Zaichi 0-0 Man United to defend the whole game. Ole always sets up for a 0-0. Naraj is saying. Desus 3-1. I'm expecting a very close game in this game. Obviously, I'm going to go 1-0 to Man City. I think it's going to happen. Although Mr. Reed, yeah, Bruno Blaster, yeah, maybe 2-1 to Man City possibly. The games between these two aren't exactly spread out with goals and whatnot. They are normally a very. Let's just quickly look at the history over the last 6 fixtures between these two sides here. 2-1 Man United, 0-0, 1-0 Man United, 2-0 Man United, 0-0, 2-0 Man City. The last time they played each other was in the charity, whatever it's called, the Carabao Cup. Man City won 2-0. In the Premier League on the 12th of December, 0-0. So, yeah, I'm expecting Man City to just get through this. Just. Can Man United get a result though? Absolutely. They've got the quality of player to do so, but I think City are on a great run at the moment. Although, if I had 50p, 2-1 to Man United. If I had 50p, I'd put that 50p on Man United to win that 2-1. Mr. Reed saying, you remember that Community Shield derby we went to, Stephen? Yeah. I always remember how disgusted the fact that I was eating porridge at that cafe you took us to. How much was that? That was a £5. A £5 for that? Are you having a laugh? Another game in which a single game week team has got a favourable fixture. Spurs versus Crystal Palace. But I am fully aware that the history between these two essentially is 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. And of course the last couple of fixtures for Crystal Palace, I believe, have been 0-0. And that is the correct answer, Steve-O. 0-0 against Fulham, 0-0 against Man United. The last few fixtures have been pretty positive for Crystal Palace. They beat Newcastle 2-1, lost 2-0 to Leeds, lost to us 3-0. Then they beat Brighton 2-1. So they're picking up. Tottenham, on the other hand, they're not going to find this game easy. Crystal Palace are not going to give them the opportunities like we did versus them. Last few fixtures, they lost 3-0 to Man City. They beat Wolfsberger 4-1. Lost to West Ham 2-1. They then beat Wolfsberger again 4-0. Then another 4-0 against us. Beat Fulham, of course, last night 1-0 thanks to Dele Alli. Oh no, sorry, it was an own goal, wasn't it? The history. Last time these two played, it was 1-1. The time before that, 1-1. Tottenham at home, 4-0, 2-0 to Tottenham. I'll tell you what, the history is suggesting here a 1-1. I think, I'll tell you what, I would not be surprised in this game, but Crystal Palace, is Zaha back? That is the question. If Zaha's back, different story. As it stands right now, I'll be in the official game, I will be predicting 1-0 to Crystal Palace. To Tottenham. Oh, it's at Tottenham's ground. I didn't realise that. I thought it was away from home. Oh, okay, that's easy then. That's 1-0 to Crystal Palace. 1-0 to Tottenham. That's easy. Done. Armand Dillon, 2-0 Tottenham. Kane brace, hopefully. Well, you know exactly what's going to happen, don't you? I've noticed a pattern as well in FPL. A bit of a pattern where the popular captaincy choice blanks that game week, but then the following game week turns up with what he should have done the previous game week. So, yeah, Kane to maybe get a brace. One Life Soccer, 3-0 to Tottenham. Sultan Side, 2-0. Jason saying 2-0. Karma Baby, 2-0. Lots of 2-0s around here. I'm going 1-0. 1-0 myself, just like Nahal is saying. Crystal Palace have tightened up at the back. 1-0 to Spurs. Moving on to Monday. It's just spread across the whole bloody weekend. Monday we got Chelsea versus Everton. Everton, of course, a team whose away record is absolutely, let's get real here, is absolutely fantastic at the moment. Chelsea, on the other hand, they can't score goals, but they can certainly defend. Werner, extremely unlucky with that VAR decision last night. I just think it's absolutely madness how tight that call was. I mean, get a grip of yourself. Clear and obvious. Crying out loud, his fingernail was offside last night. That's how close it was. Chelsea of late, their results have been, let's get real here, they've been absolutely fantastic. Certainly as Jason's been here now, you know, Rudiger's been an absolute brilliant buy for Jason. So they beat Barnsley 1-0. Chelsea beating Newcastle 2-0. Southampton, they drew 1-1. They beat Atletico Madrid 1-0. They then drew 0-0 with Chelsea. Liverpool, they beat 1-0 last night. And honestly, I think it could be the same here. 1-0 to Chelsea. I would, though, think that Everton are going to put up a bit of a fight here. And actually, officially, I'm going to be predicting a 1-1. I think Everton have got enough to do okay against Chelsea. Chelsea, you know, they're going to sit back and everything, and Everton are going to come onto them. But I think Everton have got just about enough to maybe get something out of this game. I'm thinking 1-1. I'm thinking 1-1 in this particular fixture. Everton continue their very good thing. Bilal's here. Didn't see you were live. Not thought about my predictions for this week, but I'll just give you my gut predictions. I see you are catching up to me quickly. Bilal, you're 80 odd points. You're 80 odd points. Bilal saying I'll go for a 0-0 in this game. Nuclear Atoms 1-0 Chelsea. Armand Dillon 2-0 to Everton. Martin Piccolo saying Chelsea 2-0. Can't baby, I can't believe how Tuchel has been getting away with it for so long. No one is putting it up to Chelsea. They'll lose to the likes of Villa, Leeds. Yeah, like I said, that's why I think that Everton aren't going to cower away. They're going to give it a go. So I think that hence why they'll probably get a result out of this game. Harbour Boys going with Chelsea 1-0. Yeah, a great pick there. Denver saying 2-1, although it could be 2-2. No way. No way is there going to be goals in this particular fixture. Although you know what's going to happen here. Calvert-Lewin's going to pop up with an actual goal while he's sat on my bench. Basically doing nothing. Now this next game is the game which I'm going to be fascinated by. West Ham versus Leeds. Now this is a game I'm expecting goals in. FPL Tips as a Chelsea fan is saying 5-1 to Chelsea. I don't think you scored 5 goals in the last 10 games. Yeah, Sultan Saeed, exactly. DC will probably get something on our benches. Yeah, this specific game, West Ham versus Leeds, I think finally we get a game where we actually think we could get some goals in this. And I'm expecting goals in this specific fixture. As just mentioned a second ago, if, like Karma Baby said, if actually teams give it a go, there will be goals scored. And in this specific fixture, I am expecting this to be end-to-end stuff. I really think this could be a fantastic game. And you'd be quite shocked at what I'm personally going to be predicting. Let's see what you guys are all thinking though here. There are goals. You lot are thinking goals in this particular fixture. Newcastle 2-2, Nahal 3-1 West Ham all the way. Antonio is a serious differential captain. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. Denver saying 4-3 West Ham. Ooh, interesting. Interesting, Denver. Seems like you're reading my mind. Harbour Boys saying West Ham 1, Leeds 1. 3-1 to the Hammers. Boo. Saying FPL Tips is saying 1-1. Naraj 2-1 to Leeds. Armand Dillon. I prefer a 2-1 Leeds here. West Ham 3-1. I'm on the same wavelength as Denver. I'm expecting there to be 4 goals for West Ham, but I'm not expecting Leeds to score 3. I'm honestly thinking this could be 4-2. 4-2 in this particular fixture. If Leeds play the way they do, I think this could be a really, really exciting fixture. And yeah, let's stick your neck out on the line. Is anybody going to be willing to captain Antonio? You know, Monday Night Football captain. Woohoo! And then finally, on to the final double game week game. Or more specifically, the actual double game week fixture that we've all been waiting for. Man City versus Southampton. Bilal is straight in there saying 4-2. Really? I don't personally see the game being that high scoring, but we have our different opinions. Yes, we do. Hence why I'm catching you up, mate. Dread FPL saying 4-0 to for a second I thought it said Southampton to Man City. Ramanathan 2-0 City. Boo, 2-0 City. Harbour Boy saying 2-0 to... I think we got a... we're all going on the same... Although we have got 2 people saying 4-0. We've now got Desus saying 4-0. Bilal saying 3-0. Nahal 4-0. A serious mauling. Denver going 6-0. Come on. It's not going to be 6. Come on. Karma Baby saying 4. I said 3. I said 3-0 to City. I'm expecting them to have a bit of fun against Southampton here. I think Kevin De Bruyne could have a lot of fun in this specific fixture. I think that over these 2 particular fixtures, I think it's the kind of games that Kevin De Bruyne could actually do quite well in. Given a lot of space to do his business. Armand Dillon saying 3-0. Newcastle saying 2-0. Yeah, I'm going 3-0 personally in this game, and I'm really do hoping that there could be a lot of fun on this. But Armand Dillon, thoughts on Sterling captain? Why do you think Jason got rid of him? Think about it. What's that off? Come on, help me out here. Think about it. I think it's off Phoenix Knights. Keegan saying Foden masterclass. What has happened to Foden? Bilal saying Sterling flattered to deceive. I think he reminds me of the Burnley player. Just gets the ball and falls over his feet. It's like Bambi on ice. Is that it? Bambi on ice? Is that what it is? Gets the ball, falls over. Done. But yeah, so let's just recap. Here we are, Bilal. This is just a recap of what I'm going with these particular fixtures. So 2-0 to Arsenal. 1-0 to Southampton. Wolves to win 1-0. Leicester 1-0. West Brom 2-0. Liverpool 3-0. Man City 1-0, I think I said. Can't remember. 1-0 City. Lots of clean sheets. Spurs 1-0. Chelsea Everton 1-1. West Ham Leeds 4-2. Man City Southampton 3-0. Bilal, no hope for Burnley, no. We always do pretty poorly against Arsenal. There's actually a decent chance that we may score, but I just think Arsenal defensively are sound enough to keep out Vidra and Chris Wood. I know Chris Wood had some very good opportunities, and I know Schmeichel put up a masterclass against us the other day, but I don't think Arsenal are going to let up that many opportunities. And I'll tell you what, Aubameyang could be a good... I mean, from a differential standpoint, Aubameyang captaincy, Antonio captaincy, people were mentioning. Just bringing in Jota alone, I think could be a great move. So yeah, I'm expecting it to be a solid response from certainly some of the individual players on our single game week players, shall we say. Why isn't that working? Clear off. Piss off. So yeah, I'm expecting maybe a single game week player to actually pop up and do quite well in this particular game week, to be honest with you. Hence why I've done a -8 to bring in a double game week player. And let's find out. What did Stevie Boy do? I'll show you what I did. I'll show you exactly what I did for my team. Drum roll, maestro. The worst drum roll on the planet. Here we go. That is the team that I have got. I have taken a -8. I have a plan. As I always say, I had a plan to bring in De Bruyne for Fernandes and get rid of Gundogan. But then I thought, no, I don't really want to get rid of Gundogan. Specifically once I saw Harvey Barnes got injured, and I was just like, right, that's really frustrating. So my initial plan was wait on Grealish team news and do... I've got it in my diary. My diary said to do Barnes, Gundogan and Fernandes to Kevin De Bruyne, Rafinha and Grealish. However, the fact that Barnes got injured, fine, that's fine. And there's no Grealish news though. I decided instead to keep Gundogan because I just think that he just turns up in the box whenever he bloody wants. And here we go with predictions, Vince. I'm expecting Gundogan to get 1 attacking return across the next 2. Kevin De Bruyne to get 2 attacking returns across the next 2. Whereas from a clean sheet perspective, I don't know, I'm just a bit concerned about the rotation regarding Man City defenders now, and I'd rather be bringing in a player who's virtually guaranteed to start. So I brought in Tierney for Stones. I am expecting them to keep a clean sheet, and I don't know why I have this feeling that Tierney could have a lot of fun down the right or left hand side, whichever side he bloody attacks. I think he could actually genuinely have a lot of fun against us. I think that there is a small possibility that he could get an assist against us. He's got a game in double game week in the blank game week, blank single double ultimate double game week, UDGG. You get the idea. But yeah, I'm relatively happy with the transfers. The fact it's a -8, bit of a meh. But I had to get rid of the Man City player to bring in Kevin De Bruyne. I just think that Kevin De Bruyne, for me, over Fernandes is a nice little switch, specifically with the fixtures. The fact that whenever I've seen Kevin De Bruyne on the matches / highlights, he always seems to be involved. We all know what he's capable of doing. And I honestly am expecting him to do some business against... specifically Southampton. I do have this sneaky suspicion that he's going to get something against Man United. I don't know why. In my head, I'm expecting him to get a penalty. I really am thinking that Kevin De Bruyne could get a penalty against Man United. I don't know why. It's just something in my head. Rafinha for me, in for Barnes. Again, it was just a blank game week decision, really. And Rafinha scares the living hell out of me when it comes to watching Leeds. Every time I see him play, he is just tanking it along. According to Andy Martin, he's one of the best players he's seeing in the Premier League at the moment. And from what I'm seeing as well, I think he's looking absolutely stunning. So my team in full is Martinez in goal, Cancelo, Tierney, Target, Son, Rafinha, De Bruyne captain, Gundogan, Salah, Antonio, Bamford, and then on the bench we've got Areola, Calvert-Lewin, who's probably going to score against Chelsea, Dallas, who will probably keep a clean sheet while Tierney concedes an early goal, and then Ben Mee, who will not be doing anything against Arsenal. Against Arsenal. So yeah, I'm. It's just for a -8. I've taken a -16 across 2 game weeks now. A bit annoyed with that because I don't really like taking hits unless it's absolutely essential. But you know, we just got this. Like I said, the way I've been playing this game over the past 8 or 9 weeks is just by going with my gut. And Kevin De Bruyne in my gut is screaming at me saying, "You know what, Steve-O, I'm gonna do you some justice." But yeah, that is the team, everybody. So Brian Tavares saying the team is looking good. DeSuss is saying, does Jason have Kevin De Bruyne? No, but he's got Gareth Bale. He's got Gareth Bale. Do people know this? Just to let people know as well, though, Jason is actually streaming tonight. So Jason is going to be doing the usual call-in from 8 o'clock. So tonight he'll be taking your calls ahead of Saturday. I mean, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that we're already at Saturday. There's just so many games at the moment. I completely forgot it was Friday. So yeah, it's all coming quick, thick and fast. Relic returns. Steve-O's Leicester Burnley calls was inspired. Yeah. Karma Baby, did he confirm that he brought in Bale? Well, he nodded his head, so I'm assuming the answer is yes. I can't imagine Jason putting up a video and then going, I'll know what. I'll pretend that I did it. I'm pretty sure he possibly did. Well, he's coming on the defence here. I confirm nothing. Hey, well done, Karma Baby. Bingo. What do you call it? What do you call it? It's actually what dear. It's what dear. What do you call it? You've missed the duh. So yeah. Francis Logan saying, Steve, do you think Mane isn't going down for penalties to stop Salah? No. Get a grip of yourself, Francis. Of course, that's never gonna be the case. I just think that Mane's being very honest. I mean, if Jason hasn't brought in Bale, I'm shocked by this. Why don't we just play the video? Let's just put the video up on screen, and then you guys can tell me what you think Jason has done. Oh, there I am. There's Jason. There's PC Hooley, Simpsons. Where is the blasted video, Jason? Come on! Oh, you did it on your own one, that's why. Is that what it was? Is that what Jason did? Oh, for pity's sake. Keep forgetting I'm live. This isn't a members video. So I can't swear. Right, here we go. Thank you very much. Jason at Elite FPL Jason. So this is the video that he put up. So he was watching one of my members videos, and if we do a bit of detective work, the Bill detective work, you'll be able to see what Jason's done. So we'll turn the audio up. I'll turn my audio down. fuck knows. Obviously the popular players at the moment, Jesse Lingard, Rafinha, to name two. I mean, they're the ones that people are thinking of bringing in for Harvey Barnes. There's Gareth Bale on the scene, obviously. Yeah, funny enough, me and Dan didn't even... I re-listened to the stream, and I was thinking to myself, and even afterwards, I voice messaged Dan afterwards just to give my opinion on this stream, and I was just like, Ben even mentioned Gareth Bale's performance against Burnley, but yeah, I'm wondering if Jason there brought in Gareth Bale, but I can't imagine Jason bringing in a risk player like that, although then again saying that... That is the face of the man who I think has brought in. Let's scroll to the end. Let's do some detectoring work, shall we? Great program, by the way, Detectorus. Check it out. Check it out. I wonder if Jason there brought in Gareth Bale, but I can't imagine Jason bringing in a risk player like that, although then again saying you do not do a video. It's for you, Mr. Reed. Look at the eyes. It's the eyes. So you do not do a video reacting to a video and pretty much kind of hint that you brought in Gareth Bale. So that's, what do you think? Maybe you can ask him tonight. I mean, who is this here? Someone saying that he brought in Mount. JC saying Jason got in Mount. Well, I think there's a chance that he could have brought in... Yeah, Niraj is saying he's definitely brought in Lingard and Bale. Yes. Jamie Baxter saying mind games. Well, he ain't playing mind games with me. This will be specifically for Sai. Sai will do it. Denver saying if he confirmed the transfers, you can see it on his game week history. Let's just... Alright, and I'll just quickly look at his game week history. You won't be able to see this on the screen. It will take me forever to do that on the screen. But what I can do is look at it myself and so game week history. Scroll up, please. Scroll up. Transfer history, you mean, not game week history. Down the bottom there. Do you know what? I can't tell if he has or not. I can't tell, and we're going to be here all day otherwise. Whether we're going to find out tonight. There's another plug for Jason's stream. Go there. There's a. In fact, there is a. There's your cliffhanger for tonight, for today's show, and then tonight you'll be able to find out what the reveal is. Sai is saying Jason's so lucky on penalties. Sorry, not on penalties. Sorry, so lucky on the game. I'm not going to mess about here, Sai. I'm actually agreeing with you for once. I do agree that Jason does get of late. His captaincy luck hasn't been there, but certainly from a overall, like with players like Digne, what's his face? The Chelsea player, Rudiger, getting the clean sheets when we all thought they wouldn't. You know, it's that there. Jason saying you're full of rubbish. Been rubbish luck this season. No, it's not been. I'm telling you. Paul Corral is saying, Paul, is this you, Paul E? Paul E, is that you? Yes, Paul C. Paul. So Paul Carroll is not Paul E, as in Paul E, our moderator. See, as you're here, Paul, you can clarify. So you're not Paul E then? You're the one that's third in the predictor game. We were talking about that earlier on. Well done, mate. Well done. Xiang saying I'm just getting nervous about not having a West Ham player. after you guys are saying a 7-goal thriller. Well, that's just my opinion. I'm thinking there should be goals in that game. I think that the game will be very open. Leeds aren't exactly defensively great, and Antonio could have a lot of fun. Paul Carroll is saying yes. This is the same Paul C. that's in your thing. Jason's attacking side. I think I'm just going to do a members video on this now. And the whole saying double Villa defence when you think it's going to be rather Ben me. No, forget that. No. I'm expecting. The thing is, Nahal, you've got to remember that I'm actually expecting it to be such a tight game that it wouldn't surprise me if it was Aston Villa 1-0 or 0-0. Two teams that just don't like scoring, specifically Aston Villa without Grealish. I've just got to hedge my bets. But Ben Mee against Arsenal, absolutely no chance. Aubameyang could be a really good captaincy choice this specific game week. So, and finally, Jason saying that watch out, Si, I'm coming for that number 1 spot. Woo! Anyhow, on that note, I will say that Jason, the guy up on the screen at the moment, his eyes. He is going to be doing what do we call it? A stream tonight, like I just said, 8 PM. Cameron saying, Steve, how many players do you think people will have for game week 29? 10, roughly, that's it. Not too many. I'm only going to have 9. I don't think it's that great a game week to be bringing in. But anyhow. Yeah, Aubameyang's got a great record. So yes, I'm going to clear off now. I'm going to do a members video. Talking of members videos, if you want to have extra content from myself and Jason, why not become a member and support me and Jason? Other than that, if you're brand new around here, hit the subscribe button. If you've enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at Elite FPL. If you want to follow Jason, it's at Elite FPL Jason. If you want to follow me, it's at Stevo Real Talk. Other than that, join the Discord where you can continue talking about fantasy football if you want. The link is in the description below. Other than that, I'm going to clear off and sleep. See you later and enjoy Jason's stream tonight at 8 o'clock. Get those calls in. See you later.